There was some drama yesterday in the NBA, right? Some serious drama, and it took place in that Lakers versus Memphis Grizzlies game, a game that I did not watch. But when I woke up, I was basically bombarded on my phone with all of these videos of Shannon Sharpe and the Memphis Grizzlies bench. I then went on to do some research, and then I found out what actually happened, because Shannon Sharpe basically spoke to ESPN's Dave McMenamin and basically told him, like, yo, these guys talk a lot of trash. Matter of fact, let's read what he said. He said, they didn't want this smoke, Dave. They do all that talking and jockeying, and I ain't about that jockeying. It started with Dylan Brooks. I said he was too small to guard LeBron. He said F me. I said F you back. He started to come at me, and I said, you don't want these problems. And then Ja came out of nowhere talking. He definitely didn't want these problems. Then the dad came, and he obviously don't want no problems. But I wanted anything they had. Don't let these fools fool you, right? So that's what Shannon Sharpe said. Now, as y'all know, Shannon Sharpe is one of the biggest LeBron James supporters in big media. Probably the biggest. It's between him and Nick Wright. But Shannon Sharpe is definitely, he's definitely up there, right? He rides hard for LeBron James. And I think, as a matter of fact, when the Cavs won the championship in 2016, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw Shannon Sharpe at the parade. There's an image of him and LeBron James embracing, right? And then recently there was a video that kind of went viral at the Lakers game. I believe it was either at halftime or something like that, where you saw LeBron run up to Shannon Sharpe and basically embrace him. And they were having a nice moment together, which is nice, right? But Shannon Sharpe always rides for LeBron James, right? And sometimes some people have wondered, does LeBron ride as hard for Shannon the way Shannon Sharpe is always putting himself out there for him? The reason why some people think this is because about a year ago or so, one of the shows that they had on in the Interrupted LeBron show, they had Antonio Brown on there, and he basically called Shannon Sharpe a clown, and LeBron was right there, right? And one would have thought, okay, remember LeBron would have been like, okay, what makes you say that, right? Because I mean, I don't feel he's a clown, but what makes you say that, right? LeBron didn't say anything. He just kind of let it go by. He didn't say anything. But yesterday, something quite interesting happened. After the game, you saw LeBron come up to Shannon Sharpe and they were talking, and LeBron looked like he was saying, man, don't worry about these guys. Don't worry about it. It looked like that, and they were just kind of having a moment, which I thought was pretty cool. And in the post game, they actually asked LeBron to give his opinion on what transpired on the court with Shannon Sharpe and the Grizzlies. So what we want to do is we want to play exactly what LeBron had to say about Shannon, and then we're going to come back and react to it. Take a listen to what LeBron James had to say here.
That's not up to me.
Dave, last question.
LeBron, Shannon Sharpe said that kind of what spurred that run-in at halftime was him talking to Dylan Brooks, telling him he couldn't guard you. Just wanted to know if you had any words for Shannon.
No. I mean, I ride with Shannon 365 days, 66 on a leap year, 24/7. So that's my guy. So I always got his back, and he got mine. So he can talk with the best of them for sure.
So you heard what LeBron had to say. First of all, I like what LeBron said. I really, 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 really like it. I like the fact that LeBron stood up for Shannon Sharpe publicly, right? I like that because sometimes, you know, when you support somebody publicly, even if that person supports you in private, sometimes it's good to just show that same support to them publicly. It's a good look. And I like the fact that LeBron said he's riding with Shannon Sharpe because Shannon Sharpe is definitely riding with LeBron. I thought it was the right thing to do. But also, let me tell you, Shannon is not the only one that thinks these Memphis Grizzlies players are annoying. A few days ago, a video kept on being recommended to me on social media. And in this video, it was the Lakers playing against the same Memphis Grizzlies team. And apparently, they were like shooting a free throw or something like that. And LeBron was saying to like one player, like, yo, you just made 2 shots. Now all of a sudden you're talking bleep, blah, 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 blah. And then John Morant tried to say to LeBron, like, nah, just calm down. He's like, nah, I'm not calming down. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. And then I think the next play or so, LeBron drives down the lane, the court, and pretty much bangs it on one of their centers. And I personally loved it. Do you know why I loved it? Because these Memphis Grizzlies are annoying. They're a great team. They're fun to watch, but they're annoying. And even when you see, and when it comes to the point where LeBron, you rarely see him behave like that on the court. He's not a rah-rah guy and talk trash. And LeBron seems like one of those guys that he'll respond to you if you talk trash to him, but he's just not going to be out there talking trash. So for LeBron to get that upset and for him to go out there and make that much of a statement shows you just how annoying it is. And I love the fact, given the fact that that already happened, that he came out there and showed his support to Shannon Sharpe publicly. I loved it. I personally loved it. I think it was good for him to do that because Shannon always is supporting LeBron James. And it's a beautiful thing to see LeBron throw that same type of love in Shannon Sharpe's direction. I think it was a great thing. And, in terms of Shannon and what happened in the entire situation, I think it was just a sucker situation, to be quite honest with you. I think the Memphis Grizzlies tried to back Shannon Sharpe down and he held his own, right? Against all of these guys, right? You could see that he was visibly upset and he let his opinions be known. And Shannon Sharpe is no slouch. Although he's in his 50s, he played in the NFL. Not this NFL, the past NFL. He's an extreme. NFL players are some of the most physical people in the world. If we're just talking about their profession is literally involves slamming and banging into each other. These are not the guys you want to pick a fight with. Have you seen Shannon Sharpe training? Have you seen any of his workout videos of him lifting weights? Shannon is an extremely strong guy. Extremely strong. So I don't think that Shannon Sharpe was afraid of anything. I don't think he was going to back down. And I love the fact that he wanted them. And I think a lot of those Memphis Grizzlies players were up there looking like bozos because they talked the most trash out of anybody. And in a moment where you get it back, all of a sudden everybody wants to get upset. All of a sudden everybody wants to crowd around him. To me, that was a sucker move. And the whole team walking towards him, the whole team. How did that look? Going towards one guy. But I love the fact that Shannon did not back down. He stood his ground. He stood his position and he said, no, y'all can go out there and basically kick rocks. Y'all can kick rocks. Y'all don't want it with me. Like what Jay-Z said, y'all don't want it with Hove. Y'all don't want it with him. And I loved it, right? Because the Memphis Grizzlies are way too much. So here's a question to the audience. What I want to know from you guys is, what do you think about that exchange, right? Do you think that Shannon Sharpe was within his right to do what he did? Do you think he was within his right to defend his position? And what do you think about what the Memphis Grizzlies players did? Do you think that, it was all fair in war? Like, if you're going to talk trash, I'm going to talk trash to you too. And finally, what do you think about LeBron coming to the defense of Shannon Sharpe publicly? What do you think? Do you think that was the right thing for him to do? Or do you think LeBron should just kind of steer clear of the situation? Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And we'll definitely catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.